tourists, man. Why are you filming? It's not the same.
She got the Bronx.
Feels like the Bronx. Okay. These guys don't have licenses. They know me.
Also, the people on this...
You're the only French person here.
It's me only.
There's no more. No more.
No French.
He says he is the only French person left here. This is insane.
Che l'Egitto sono los que se están metiendo en Francia en el poder, la policía de las escuelas, a las niñas pequeñitas así.
We're just tourists. No, we're not filming you, okay? Not filming you.
Fuera de París, donde viven todos, ya quieren poner la ley de la Sharia, que las mujeres nadie puede hablar.
Street vendors from Latin America that would sell like that.
Well, I don't know if you caught that on camera, just with the drug dealing part.
Yeah, I did see them. It did look like he kind of passed something
there
in
was
his hand, and I was
There was
like...
a white package in a plastic cellophane that got passed. This is where they've been selling cigarettes, drugs.
Ellos hablan a los jóvenes musulmanes, nada más porque son franceses ya, para que voten a ellos.
Yeah.
There's no...
No, so now that you see they're all leaving, you see. There's the police, you see. That wasn't even police, it's just a protection civil, so it's like a token policeman.
Porque ya no podemos hacer nada.
Hey guys, we're here in Paris, France, and I am accompanied by the Wandering Englishman. And right now we are at a station called Gare du Nord.
Gare du Nord is a northerly station in central Paris where people come into Paris. For example, they might take the train from London, they get the train from St Pancras in London, they direct to Gare du Nord. We want to get away from the station because, like all stations in Europe, what we would define as a little bit dodgy. We already see the signs of homelessness around here.
There's a sign there, it says attention.
This is not posted by the police, this is posted by the the legal team of the anti-racists. So they're basically warning the migrants in Arabic.
Oh.
And they're basically saying on Wednesday the 18th and 19th, which was a couple of days ago, they have people on the inside saying, look, we're going to be checking papers. If you're undocumented, there's a risk of being rounded up.
Wow. I don't know if you've heard about in the U.S. there's all these protests against ICE.
We have the same problems. Whereas you have the southern border, Europe has effectively all of the borders to the south of the Mediterranean. And if you look and get a perspective on where we're going to walk in a moment, that gives you a real perspective. There's not that many original French people.
It's just a sea of people.
It is a sea of people. If you were to take a picture of here and try to ask someone to guess where you were, I don't think many people would guess. I mean, here we go. These guys right here. Probably we didn't see them back there because the police would have made an appearance. These guys don't have licenses, and this guy's going to be. Now he's going to say, yeah. So if you want to get something even cheaper, then no.
Also, the people on the sides do have licenses.
Yeah, these are guys.
Yeah.
So be really careful. The guys on the side have a license. The guys in the middle, they don't have a license.
Okay.
So selling tins of tuna, shoes. I mean, at the end of the day, things might start getting cheaper. So there's a scramble to try and get maybe the bananas at probably half the price today. They got to get rid of it because it's 32 degrees today.
They kind of look like they're like a little bit fighting.
It's not other parts of Paris where you see more the French Parisians. The French Parisians will be queuing up in a different manner. Here it's a free-for-all. Yeah.
Do their weekly shopping.
Yes,
it's forbidden. T'as pas le droit de filmer normalement. It's forbidden to... C'est interdit ça.
Hey.
Non, mais t'as pas le droit de filmer. Non. Mais il filme, il a pas filmé comme ça.
But this is Paris. Paris is fine.
The citizen's Turkish woman. Take me my phone.
Okay. But that's Istanbul. That nation used to be called Constantinople.
But
It used to be Christian, now it's Islamic. Here is still a Christian country where freedom of press is still allowed.
for yourself, there is a lot of people.
That was kind of scary.
would expect a market like this in North African countries. Somewhere you would expect this maybe in Morocco, you might see this in Libya before we destroyed the place.
That was kind of scary.
You would expect a market like this in North African countries. Somewhere you would expect this maybe in Morocco, you might see this in Libya before we destroyed the place. You might see this in the Middle East.
Yeah.
It's all Sub-Saharan Africa. You go to Sub-Saharan Africa, you see these ladies in their typical wears. What you don't expect is to come to Paris and basically see complete change. Food in France is phenomenally fresh in terms of vegetables, in terms of the fruits, all of the fruits and veg. So we don't use, there's a lot of organic food here, but it's the meat I'd be wary of.
It smells so bad.
Yeah, it's putrid in a way, isn't it? So what is this? This is a bit Rodin's beef kilogram one. This is very cheap.
Yeah.
90 degrees Fahrenheit.
I mean, it just looks like so dry.
You'll see. What? No filming? Okay. A little bit unfair. Some of these people some of them will be the salt of the earth. They'll be good people. Some of them are just fresh off the boat. They're looking for an opportunity. Fresh off the boat, they've come over across the Mediterranean. So they've just come over the boat. They came through Spain. They may have come through into the south of France. They come up from the south of France to Paris. A lot of the old French colonies are here. So any of the old French colonies, a lot of Algerians here. And also some people that don't even speak French are here. Like I say, 45% of the population is new arrivals.
It's hard to explain how claustrophobic and crowded this market was, and we were constantly getting yelled at for filming, and there was nowhere to go.
C'est combien? C'est combien? 10 euros. C'est expensive, very expensive. The burqa's been banned in France. It's been banned in Switzerland as well.
But they all wear them, though.
They do. You might notice this. Why no filming? She's just tourist. She's tourist. You know, taking in the culture. What? Tourist.
On n'a rien à foutre du tourisme.
Oh,
Pas filmer. C'est pas dessin, c'est pas. Fais pas filmer. C'est pas bon.
But what's the
C'est
problem?
pas bon. Va filmer à Saint-Élysée. Montparnasse, Sacré-Cœur. C'est pas ici du film.
Okay.
Ok.
I'm just a tourist.
He's a tourist.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Worst thing you can say is if you're a journalist. And there's a reason for this because everything they're doing is entirely illegal. We got to be quick here because there's a lot compared to back there. Everyone here is breaking the law. So just keep it like your hip waist. When you do see the police, they'll be in groups. You'll never see a policeman on his own or a policeman in pairs. It will be 4 or 5 minimum, and then normally 10. And as soon as you see them, all of these street sellers start running. Well, once in the blue moon, when the police turn up, they will move their stuff. It's just unpacked now because obviously probably 5 minutes ago someone came through. And so nothing really changes. They just run around the corner.
Yeah.
No one gets caught.
Do they do deportations here?
Yeah, it's called the English Channel. So the French escort them to Calais, which is on the coast, and then they send them to England. So the biggest industry around here is headscarves, traditional dress,
Oh, yeah.
braids, so African hairstyles, hair. That's the biggest industry around here, and places so you can send money home. So if they're making money in France, they're sending it home. So they
To what countries?
could be any country in Sub-Saharan Africa. It could be North Africa. It could be the Middle East. Baby Africa. Happy. Lots of Africans.
Yeah.
Where in Africa are you from?
Congo.
Congo.
Yeah.
I saw one of these online get pushed over.
2 weeks ago in France, there were some riots. There's riots very frequently in France. These, if they're not screwed down, which they're not, because the truck has to pick them up, they get pushed down the road and they can cause some real problems.
Well, there's a lot of glass.
Yeah,
There's
this
glass
is
bottles in them.
it's supposed to be glass bottles.
Oh, it's all for glass?
Yeah.
And they knock them over.
They're supposed to put them in there, recycle.
You said there's a lot of riots here in France. For what?
Protests.
I guess,
that
what are they
kind of turn-
protesting?
They could be protesting pensions. They could be protesting working conditions.
Oh yeah, like in the Louvre?
The Louvre.
The Louvre?
The Louvre.
They were
There was
protesting.
protest the other day, so they shut all morning until 2:30 because they were protesting about working conditions. You wouldn't know you were in Paris, really, would you?
No, I don't think so.
You would hope that you would see classical French markets. You know, where's the brie, where's the camembert, where's the foie gras?
Yeah.
You see that normally in French markets. I haven't seen any of that. I see, well, garlic is the closest thing to seeing things, and lots of underpants, and, you know, there's not much else.
It was interesting how you were telling that guy that Christianity is the main religion, because I read online that by year 2100 that the main religion will be Islam here in France. Like,
I mean, the way things are going,
yeah.
demographically wise, and you only have to look at the numbers. The average French person is having less than 2 kids. I think it's something like 1.5 for every couple, if they're lucky. The reason that most Europeans are in that sort of brackets, they can't afford to have kids. The average European isn't living off the state, but when you're newly arrived in a European country, you are often given subsidies. Sometimes you're given housing, you're given what the US equivalent to food stamps. This is a large majority of the population here are not paying taxes other than buying and selling goods. And it allows them, because for every child that they have, the state will give them more money, but it's slowly bankrupting France. The debt in this country is every year increasing. If things continue the way they are, France is going to be bankrupt. In the old days, they could support themselves by invading another country. They don't have that ability anymore. So it's generally the middle to the hard-working upper classes that are basically paying all the taxes. And the annoyance is they're paying taxes to support the new arrivals.
If you guys would like exclusive content from this trip, like my conversation with Alex about the British gangs, then check out my Patreon. The link is in the description. Thank you so much to all the members for making this trip possible. Let's continue.
But if you were to say, come visit us because Chateau Rouge has, what is it?
I'd say don't go.
Don't come. Why?
I don't know how you call these shops where they sell like meat.
Yeah? I saw the meat shops, yes. Butchers.
I think it's the way they.
So it's not hygienic. So you would.
I don't think so. Personally, I don't think it's.
No, well, you've been here 17 years. Americana.
Yeah.
Americana.
Yeah.
Trump.
Do you think Trump is good or bad? Bad. Why? What should I say?
She thinks Trump's going to start a war. Oh, this is yours? This is yours. So this is detail. Okay, so it's like a little shop. Congratulations.
What do you sell?
Fruits and
Africa, Europa, America, Latino.
yeah. You know, this is interesting though. This is the first bar we've seen since the Gardinor.
True.
Only French artists.
Used to be French. It used to be French artists. Now they vanished. He said it's terrible. It's terrible now. But he's kind of answering, but he's being careful.
Yeah.
He's being careful.
Es un problema porque ya no hay dinero, no hay lugar donde vienen y viven en la calle. Y es el problema de Europa. Europa muy intolerante. Que tengo mis hijos, los hijos de mis hijos. Y yo me gustaría que vivieran en un país libre.
Make sure you guys.
So in this video we are literally seeing the new face of Paris. There's a lot of immigration that has occurred in Paris, and now you're seeing Paris has changed. The original French people, that is the white majority of them, right now, it's like and where to be seen in the video. I'm lost for words, to be honest, because when I look at that video, literally I can see, if I say I was in North Africa, I would say definitely yes. If I was told I was in Morocco, I'll say yes, because I'm seeing most of Arabs over there as compared to the white, or should I say French people, the original French people. I cannot see them, and it's a market. Usually when you go to a market, you'll get the real picture of the town, you'll get the real picture of the place, and you're looking there, it's a big market, and you're seeing people selling left, right and center, but you are seeing the new face of Paris, not the original Paris as the way we used to know in the 80s, in the 60s, in the 50s. And how did it come about? How did they arrive where they are right now? Simple. When there's a war, usually people run away from that country because there's instability, because they're starving, there's no job, there are no opportunity, and that's basically what happened. If you look at Libya, what happened? There's war. It was a peaceful country, very rich. They were literally being supported by the government. Unfortunately, the president was, overthrown, and then what happened? There's war, which is continuing up to today, and there's literally instability in that country. So what happens to the citizen? Of course, they're going to migrate, they're going to run away, because they want their family to survive, they want their family to thrive, they want their family to live in a place where there's opportunity. So what happened to those people? What happened to those citizens who came from Libya, who came from North African countries, who came from the region of the Arab sector where there is war? They migrated, they came through the Mediterranean Ocean, and we all know that the Mediterranean Ocean is just next to Europe. They crossed over, and now we are seeing the new face of Paris. We are seeing what migration has done. We are seeing what war can cause. Usually what happens is that, okay, in every situation there's always a repercussion. In everything you do, there's always a repercussion. So when you do a war, when you cause a war in a country, usually people will run away. So France, as we all know, is one of the superpowers. As we all know, once upon a time they did colonize Africa. Once upon a time they have their colonies in Africa, and those colonies right now, of course, they're independent. They speak French, and of course they look at France as their motherland, where they can go if they need to. And that's what happens. These people migrate, they go to France, and they live there. They speak French. They are known as African French people, and they speak French, and they're recognized by the Constitution of France. And now, as a result, over time, we are seeing integration. We are seeing people moving in, settling in, and then, of course, as a result of that, you see the new face of France. So there's a huge population of Arabs in France right now, and in the process of that, they have literally assimilated themselves into the French system. They've entered into the politics, they've entered into the police system, that is the security sector. They've entered in most of the sectors of French government, or should I say French politics in the country. So very soon we will see French will have Arabs into the system, and they'll be pushing themselves to get those senior position of the government very soon. I don't know when, but very soon. And as a result, we've also seen there's some people who are saying, oh, they want to introduce Sharia law in France, and 30 years ago, 40 years ago, even 50 years ago, the idea of hearing Arabs living in France was unheard of. But right now, it is the reality. In fact, it is something